Well, hi there, folks. Welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So, remember that video where I said I wasn't sure if you could make tractors, return on your investment, all that fun jazz? Yeah, this is why I say that. So let's make this a positive video instead. So, this big old beauty right here. John Deere 3020. It's got bigger tires on it, and that's pretty much all that's done to it besides an allied loader. She's a diesel, and she's the workhorse on the farm. All she ever does is work, and always needs something like new tires. There's a beautiful little crack in the sidewall, and just the other day I had maxed the weight capacity out of the front loader by lifting the big girl's front end over there to get her out of the shed because her batteries are completely dead, and I have to look at that as well. But anyhow, so as I go through here, I'm going to be mentioning something about like, tractors, first tractors, that kind of a thing. And I think this is something that I know personally I've taken for granted. And what I mean by that is so the Ford that you've seen, I'm sure you guys have heard the story. If not, I got a video on that. That was Grandpa's first tractor, right? Well, I was telling my father, who purchased this tractor, this was his first tractor, the story about Grandpa's tractor, and I said, maybe someday I'd sell this thing. He goes, what about my first tractor? I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, that John Deere was my first tractor. And I'm like, well, I never thought of that. So then we had a nice long discussion about it, and well, that's why it's important. First tractors, I feel, are really important, especially when the person whose tractor it was his passed, because, well, that's all you got left of them. Now, luckily, my father's still around, so we don't have to worry about that. But there's his first tractor. Now, following suit, being a John Deere guy, here's my first tractor. Now, this one I love just because it's cool, it's quirky, it's something different. It's a 1959 John Deere 435, and it has a Detroit diesel engine in it. So it's a two-stroke, two-cylinder, 253, and she's a screaming Jimmy. So this is my first tractor. Now, the reason I bought this is because I just happened to see it. I liked it. It was diesel. So that's why I bought this one. It's John Deere's first diesel utility. This would be the same age as the 430, 530, 730, 830, all that lineup. And this was their first diesel utility, because prior to this, it was all big tractors that were diesel, like the R, the 80, the 820, the 830. So this was John Deere's first diesel utility. And this is old enough to have factory option of no fenders, have a factory option of no power steering. That red rubber hose is not a factory option, but it's an old tractor. So that's a brief little history on that guy. The Ford 860 here was Grandpa's first tractor. Now, I'll quickly gloss over everything about it because I have another video, and if you guys are curious, 860's greatest return, you'll find that on the YouTube channel. But this was Grandpa's first tractor, so it'll be staying here forever. So these three tractors, I think I'm stuck with for the rest of my life, because I've thought about selling every single one of them. The big Deere is too useful. The little Deere is too cool, and, well, the Ford, I lost it once, and I'm not losing it again. So now, let's get to the workhorses. Oh, I say that not because I beat the crap out of them, although I have made some redneck modifications and added a couple lead chunks of weight up front here to the old Massey. This is a 135, and I think this sucker's really cool because it actually has the 3-cylinder Perkins engine in it. They had, and it's a gas, don't want to forget that. They had two engine options for gas, a Continental and a Perkins. This has the Perkins. And has power steering, has a hydraulic remote that doesn't have a handle, so I smack it with a hammer down here and it goes in and out, but I don't use that on this little guy, so it's not a big deal. I primarily just use this as the chore tractor because it's got power steering. And here in a minute I'll be doing some redneckery in the barn back there with her. so that's a pretty brief overview on this old gal. Missing some parts and pieces, got some dings and nicks, but you know, it's a farm tractor, it's a work tractor. Now we come to Big Bertha over here, the 1135. So I'm not sure what I'm doing with this old gal. I have like 18 different options rolling around in my head for things I'd like to do with her. So I don't know which one I'll actually choose. At one point, I was going to need a pretty big hay tractor because I was going to make sure to get a nice disc hay bine, because a sickle bar hay bine just is a little slow and a little cumbersome. So I was going to get a disc one, and with like 110, 120 horse on this girl, that would have been able to handle pretty much everything I was going to need it to do. So that's the main reason I bought it. Now that I'm unsure of if I'm even going to do that, I may just play with it, soup it up some, turn the fuel pump up, maybe throw an intercooler at it, get a little bit more power. I don't know. Like I say, I got so many crazy ideas. But that's pretty much everything there is about this gal. So, hope you guys like a little equipment tour here. And, well, I hope I'm qualified to tell you I don't know if tractors can make you money because, well, I have a problem. And if you guys watched that video about chicken math, that YouTube short I did, yeah, tractor math works the same way. Honey, I'm going to go buy a tractor. Oh, honey, I have to buy my grandfather's tractor back. Oh, honey, we have to buy this tractor for hay. And then you end up with 5 tractors and you only own 20 acres. So, yeah. But anyhow, it's probably a longer video. It probably doesn't make sense, but it's a video I wanted to really make because I'm really excited about tractors. I really love these things. And as you can see, there's no brand loyalty. Got a little bit of everything in here. So just wanted to make a quick video. I guess it's not quick, it's rather long, but you know, I'm sure some of you will enjoy some tractors out there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.